Real Frank.
Hello, welcome to Real Frank Movie Reviews. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the new James Bond movie, No Time to Die. James Bond is enjoying a tranquil life in Jamaica after leaving active service. However, his peace is short-lived as his old CIA friend, Felix, shows up and asks for help, leading Bond onto the trail of a mysterious villain armed with dangerous new technology. Now, for this review, I feel like I'm a little underdressed. That's more like it. Yeah, I know. Look really good, don't I? Thank you. I know, I clean up very good. Thank you. Nothing for the best for this James Bond review, going all in on this. I know, pretty cheesy. I know, it's pretty lame. I went with it. So give me at least a little bit of courage for that. So anyway, let's go back to the movie review. So James Bond, No Time to Die. Daniel Craig's last flick as Mr. 007. So let's look a little bit back at his career before we review the movie. So we started out with Casino Royale, which, man, pretty long time ago. Was that 2005, 2006? So he still looks good there. Looks very, very young. You don't realize how long he's been doing James Bond until you see the old movie posters with him in it. Then we had Quantum of Solace. That was okay. I mean, Casino Royale I felt was much better than Quantum Solace. And then Skyfall. Skyfall was one of my favorites. I thought this was really good. Probably better than all the other ones up to this point right now. But I'd put it between Casino Royale and Skyfall. And then Spectre. That was... I don't know what happened with that one. That one was not very good. I mean, it had a pretty good cast in it, but I don't know what happened there. So let's take a look at No Time to Die. Overall, I thought the story was very, very good. I was very entertained. The movie was 2 hours and 45 minutes long, and I had no idea. It was very entertaining, very fast-paced, a lot of action, a lot of explosions. It was great. The cars and the gadgets were sweet. I was happy to see they brought that back into the James Bond. It seemed over the years they kind of got away from it a little bit, but in this one, it's full throttle of gadgets. The acting overall, I thought was pretty solid. I have to say, not too bad for an action movie. Because you got to kind of think of James Bond as more like a superhero movie, right? Just a modern day superhero type of movie. But it was great. The visuals were very good. The sceneries, the backgrounds, camera angles, that looked pretty good. I never felt bored. I never was checking my watch. The story I felt was good in the sense that the way they're trying to wrap up his era of being James Bond, Let's take a look at some things here. So as far as cinematography go, here's some clips from the trailer that I pulled. This is kind of in the early stages of the movie. I thought this was a really cool angle from the perspective above and looking down at that character, and I thought that was pretty sweet. This is kind of how the beginning of the movie is. I thought it was very visually stunning. And then these are some of the background scenes. They're in Italy, which this town looks pretty amazing. I don't recall them ever saying what town this was, but man, it's pretty spectacular looking. And here's one of the scenes in the beginning. Again, these are all just from the trailer. I thought this was awesome the way they filmed it. He's visiting a gravesite here, and then you can see the background of the city he's in, and he's getting to look, and some action's about to happen there. I have a one of my problems with this movie is minor, but in this scene, he has a tie on. He's visiting the grave, and then there's an explosion, and mysteriously the tie is gone, and his shirt is halfway unbuttoned. No reason, just next scene, boom, tie's gone, 3 buttons. It was wild, and I couldn't explain it. I don't know what happened. They didn't really explain it to you, so it must have been some editing thing. And here we are with an example of the gadgets in the car. I mean, this scene was pretty awesome too. It's in the beginning. This car is bulletproof, and he's surrounded, and these cars are shooting at it. It was a great scene in the movie to get you started for it. It was pretty cool how they shot it, and the car is bulletproof, and as the bullets are hitting it, he's not even flinching, and his lover has Rava in the movie. She's in it. Every time he shoots, she's flinching. Oh, and he's not even flinching. That was pretty cool. And this guy just keeps shooting at the window, trying to get through the bulletproof. And she's losing her mind, and he's asking her to answer some questions, but she isn't answering, and he won't leave until she answers the question. And this guy's just gunning in the same spot over and over and over, and he's not flinching. It was pretty cool how they filmed that. That was really neat. Thought that was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. So things I didn't like. Talk about the explosion. His tie disappears, and then it's buttoned down. And after the explosion, his shirt's not even untucked. How do you survive an explosion and your shirt never comes untucked? In the fight scenes, his shirt never comes untucked. It's amazing. Must have some sort of gripping pant bands. I don't know. That's pretty phenomenal not to have his shirt come untucked during any of those scenes. There's a couple of CGI things. Overall, CGI was fine. But there was a scene where a boat sinks. He gets out of the boat. He's on a raft waiting to be saved. And they show him sitting on this raft. And in the background, the ocean just looked really bad. It just looked like CGI. I was quite disappointed in that scene. CGI at the very end of the movie, well, near the end, he's standing on the building. And then the view, you could tell that's all green screen in CGI. It did not look very good. Bond's girl, love interest, is talking to this little child. I don't want to give away anything in the movie in case you hadn't seen it, but they're driving around. You saw the city that they're in with all the curly streets and everything in a mountain, and she's like talking to the child like this, and the background of the window looked very CGI'd or green screen, like not realistic. And obviously, there's no way she'd be talking to the kid with these narrow, curvy roads going through this mountain. The guy who played Q, the actor who played Q, was the same guy who was in Mary Poppins. And he did a fine job acting-wise, but I'm sorry. All I could think about, oh my God, this guy's from Mary Poppins, and now he does gadgets. His voice, his talking, everything. I couldn't get Mary Poppins out of my head. Mary Poppins, I think it was the father of the two new little kids in the new version of the Mary Poppins, the Emily Blunt version. And his voice, that's all I could think about was Mary Poppins. You're poor. You're losing your house to the bank. Oh dear. That's all I could think of. And also with Bond movies, the theme song is very important. They're iconic. Like if you become the artist that has the theme song for the Bond movie, it's a pretty big deal. But for this one, I didn't really care for it. Thought prior Bond movies had better stuff. This one, a little disappointed. I was expecting a little more. Didn't really care for the two. So let me go ahead and rate this movie. Story-wise, again, I was entertained the entire time. The story was great. I give this story a 6.9 out of 10. My only issue was with the ending. Without giving the ending away, I just wanted a more personable ending. I wanted more about that ending, like more emotion in that ending, more events in that ending. Just wanted a little more. I didn't care. I mean, I get why the story ended the way it needed to end. It went the right way. It's perfect way to end the story. But the way they went about it is, I was a little disappointed in that part of it. The acting, I give it a 7.2. I thought all the actors did pretty good. Pretty good acting here. And the cinematography, as I showed you some of those scenes, I thought they were visually stunning. They were great. The camera angles, there's a scene where he's in the bad guy's lair, and he's walking through killing all these guys, beating all these guys, and the way they filmed it was pretty awesome. They got like a cameraman following him from behind, and the way they shot it, it was awesome. That was probably my favorite part of the movie. The way that part was filmed, I was blown away by that. Like I could watch that scene over and over. CGI, I give that a 6.1. I mean, overall was pretty good except for those few things. It's almost like I don't know why they do that. You got this awesome movie, you got this awesome visual, stunning cinematography going on, and then some scenes, you kind of dropped the ball. Must have been the third or fourth unit. I don't know. Overall, for this James Bond movie, I give it a 7.1. I did enjoy it. I probably would go see it again. I was very entertained. In my opinion, I mean, here's all Daniel Craig's Bond movies: Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, Spectre, and No Time to Die. I would kind of rate this one a little bit as the best one. That's my opinion. I'd probably go No Time to Die, Skyfall, Casino Royale, and I don't really care about the other two. Now, what do you guys think? How would you rate these movies? If you've seen No Time to Die, his whole entire career as Bond, what would be your rating? Let me know in the comments section. I'm curious to know how you would rate these. It's kind of odd going through back and seeing those movie posters, how much he's aged and how much time has gone by. But I thought he did a fantastic job as James Bond, and whoever they have come in to be the next James Bond has got a big shoes to fill. I feel, because he was pretty good. I mean, he's buff, charming. He had it all. So, in honor of James Bond, here is my martini, shaken not stirred. Again, overall, a 7.1. Thanks for watching.